The world was glass, water, and the steady, relentless pour. A lone figure sat in a small boat, a silhouette against the churning tide. Above, a torrent of ocean cascaded from the top of the hourglass, an endless waterfall filling his shrinking world. The only sounds were the roar of the falls and the splash of his single oar against the dark water. He rowed against the current, his form a study in desperate motion. The water, heavy as time itself, pushed back with unyielding force. For every inch he gained, the tide rose too. The glass walls were a suffocating reminder of his shrinking world, the air thick with spray. Panic, cold and sharp, seeped into his resolve. He rowed faster, his movements becoming jerky and inefficient. The roar of the waterfall was a deafening symphony of doom. He was a prisoner in a world where the only certainty was the rising tide. In a moment of pure rage, he threw the oar against the glass wall. It struck with a sharp crack that echoed in the confined space. It didn't shatter but bounced back, leaving a spiderweb of glowing fractures in the glass. He stared, panic forgotten, replaced by a dawning hope. The glass wasn't invincible. He picked up the oar, not to row, but to strike. He hammered at the wall, each blow a release of his fear and frustration, widening the cracks. With one final, desperate heave, he shattered the wall. The sound was a deafening explosion of glass and water. The ocean rushed out into the void, carrying him and his boat with it. His prison was now an endless, open expanse. He was adrift in a sea of stars. Remnants of his glass prison glittered around him like diamonds. The roar of the waterfall was gone, replaced by a profound silence. The water was now a gentle current, carrying him through the cosmos. He looked back at the hourglass, now just a broken, empty shell floating in the distance. It was only an object. It had no power over him anymore. The tide, the pour. It was all part of a game he had just learned how to quit. He was no longer a prisoner of time, but a traveler of eternity. He had no destination, no deadline. There was only the endless, beautiful, silent journey through the sea of stars. He picked up his oar, not to fight the current, but to guide his journey. He was the master of his own vessel. The ocean of time was his to explore, not conquer. And for the first time, he was free.